These are the plaintiffs, Lawrence Pren and April Alexander Pren. Lawrence says he and his wife were in bed when they heard what sounded like a loud explosion. Turns out the 17-year-old defendant crashed his car into 3 parked cars on the street, and 2 of the cars were theirs. The kid was flying down the street in a souped-up car, and he doesn't think he's responsible for the damages? They're suing for $4,871, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Gunnar Garpestad. He says he clipped a parked car on the street. His airbags deployed, it knocked him unconscious, and he crashed into a few parked cars. The plaintiffs came out and called him all sorts of names, then chased him up the street. Well, he feels very bad about what happened, but his insurance company took care of all the damages, and he doesn't think it's fair the plaintiffs are suing him simply because they see a potential payday. He's accused of cracking up.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiffs say they were in bed when they heard an explosion, looked out the window, and saw a 17-year-old who just rammed his car into their 2 parked cars. But the defendant says the plaintiffs were abusive, and besides, they got paid by the insurance. It's the case of a crash course in driving.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Lawrence Pren and April Alexander Pren, you are suing Gunnar Garpestad?
Garpestad.
Okay, and who's that?
My mother.
Okay, for $3,871.37. Actually, you're suing for even more than that, or you're suing for a bunch of money, because according to you, you're out that money because he crashed into your parked cars. Tell me what happened.
As I stated in the beginning, my wife and I were both getting ready for bed, heard what sounded like an explosion in front of the house. I didn't think it was a car accident because I didn't hear any screeching or tires or brakes. Grabbed my phone, put shoes on, ran out front, and just saw...
What time of the day or night was it?
This was 11:15 p.m.
Mm-hmm. And what day of the week was it?
I believe it's a Sunday night, Sunday night. Ran downstairs, just saw devastation in front of my house. My wife's car was moved forward about 7 to 8 feet. It was into the back of my Jeep.
Jeez.
Both cars were then pushed forward again into a third car. There were just pieces of car all over the place. Then I saw a car in the middle of the street behind where my wife's was parked. The front end was destroyed. There was what I thought was smoke pouring out of the car. It turns out it was from all the airbags deploying. I ran over. I saw Mr. Garpestad sitting behind the wheel. There was a young girl sitting next to him. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yes." I asked her if she was okay. She said, "Yes." I said, "Do you need an ambulance? Are you going to be able to get out?" He said, "I don't need an ambulance. I'll be able to get out." I immediately called 911. My wife called 911, started looking at all the damage. I don't remember him getting out of the car, but he did, because I saw him across the street with his girlfriend. The police came. They started taking the reports.
That's it?
That was it for that night.
Right. What happened? How old are you?
I'm 17, Your Honor.
Of course you are. Come on up, Mom. Stand by his side. He's terrified. You're terrified, right?
A little bit.
Good. That's how I like my 17-year-olds who crash into 3 cars. Okay, is this your only child?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this the first accident?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you go big. You do not fool around. All right, what happened?
Well, I just finished dropping my friend off at his house, like right down the block, and I came to the stop sign, and when I turned the corner, I hit the pedal too hard, and my back wheels turned out, and I fishtailed. And it was a narrow one-way street with cars on both sides, and I was turning towards the right, and then I locked my wheel to the left, and then it was such a tight space that I couldn't get my car to turn back, and then I didn't have enough time to react to hit the brakes, and I hit the corner of a red pickup truck. And
you actually hit the accelerator as opposed to the brake, right?
Yeah, it was just so fast that I didn't even have a chance to react to the brake. And when I hit the red pickup truck, the airbags deployed, and it made me black out, and I believe I hit the gas harder, and that's when I went into Lawrence's car. And then,
that went into the one in front of it, that's how much force you hit it with.
Yeah.
All right, were you hurt?
I felt really dazed. I later found out I had a concussion. My friend in the passenger seat, she actually hurt her leg a little bit, but she was okay.
Did either of you get medical attention?
No, because we felt fine.
So who told you had a concussion?
I went to the doctor later on, and they said
That's what medical attention is. You went to the doctor later on? How much later?
It was a few weeks.
Do you have pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, actually, you submitted them into evidence. Let me get them up here. Is that you in the pictures?
I can't tell. Your Honor, we got dressed and ran out of the house very quick.
Ugh, that one's your car, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well. And this is why we buy insurance for accidents. All right. Tell me, when you got out of the car, what was the encounter between you guys?
Well, first off, when I couldn't get out of the car actually because the panel on the left side of the car, it kind of blocked the door, and I was so dazed that I felt so weak I couldn't even open it. And then when the fire department came, they opened the door, and I got out of the car. And then I was so sorry. I just remember repeatedly saying to Lawrence that I was so sorry, and I didn't know what to do because I knew it was my fault. I mean, I just felt terrible, and there's nothing I could do to take it back, and I just wanted to walk away. And I was sitting at the curb, and I was crying, and I felt terrible. I felt terrible that I could have died. I felt even worse that I could have killed my friend or anybody else that was in that area at the time, and I just felt absolutely terrible about it. But Lawrence was running up and down the street at me, screaming and calling me repeatedly, and I just wanted to get away.
That happened?
So, if you could rule the world, what would be the minimum age for driving?
18.
So more than 16 than it is now?
Yes.
What do you say?
18.
Really? How old are you?
I'm 12.
What do you think the minimum age should be?
Well, it should be between 16 and 18 to 17.
Yeah, boy, what a shock he said that. Going inside the courtroom.
Well, he did repeatedly say he was sorry.
No, I mean the part about calling him That's the part I was asking about.
Your Honor, I don't remember what I said that night.
That's kind of bad.
I was extremely upset.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
I had just purchased this car.
I understand. I understand. It's just a car.
But he
There's
was
no reason to say things like that. Do you have kids?
Yes, my daughter is right here.
Which one's your daughter? Okay. I assume nothing around here. How old are you?
17.
Come on up. I want you to switch. You ever had an accident?
No.
All right, sit down. Your day will come, sweetheart. All right. Okay, so let's figure this out. Now, you had insurance.
I did.
And insurance paid the policy limits. It wasn't very much insurance.
Yeah, it was
Your
10,000.
policy limit was 10 grand.
Yes.
You had a lease on your car.
Yes.
And what kind of car was it?
It was a Nissan Rogue, 2016.
Okay, so according to you, you're out. In order to get that, you had only had that car a month.
Right.
And according to you, you're out the down payment that you put on the car,
Yes.
the car that you also put as a down payment,
Correct.
and the insurance that you received was how much?
Which insurance, ma'am?
From him.
Well,
From his insurance company, I mean.
Oh, well, I
You
never.
received a check for...
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, they made me an offer, Your Honor. It was about $200.
Why would his insurance company offer you only $200? Your car was parked. Let me see it. What kind of insurance did you have? So let's see what this says. Policy amount $10,000. I don't even understand what they're saying here. Do you?
It looks like they were offering me $158 and $58 compensation.
A property damage release for $119 and $48?
Yeah,
That
whatever.
represents the prorated portion of the property damage coverage. So you got zero.
Correct.
I don't understand. If there was a $10,000 limit on your liability, why didn't this insurance... Wait, who's Kemper?
Kemper is the insurance company.
What's Geico?
My insurance company.
You mean you didn't get money in your pocket, but they sent money to pay off your lease, right?
Correct. They
Oh,
paid
okay.
off the lease.
All right. So that explains that, because the money got used up paying up your lease.
Right,
So
but-
how much did they pay up buying out your lease? How much are your payments? Let's figure that out.
The payments were $260,
$259.
$259 a month.
Yeah, and that amounts to $9,324. So that's probably how it ended up playing out or something. Not sure how they figured this out. And I can't tell from this letter at all. Do you have any idea what they're saying?
Not really. I just
Okay.
know that they offered me those two small amounts that really amounted to nothing.
Yep.
That's kind of what made me decide to go to small claims.
Right, because no matter what, if you only got to use it for a month, you're out everything that you put down on the car.
Yes.
What else are you suing for?
Well-
The deductible.
Correct.
What's that about?
My Jeep sustained $6,000 in damage.
So you had to pay $500 for that one because you had to have your own insurance company
Right.
cover that one. So you're out $500 on that one.
I have the estimate from for the damage to my truck that also shows my $500.
Which is the truck?
The black one.
Which is the first one that was hit?
Second one.
The second one that was hit.
Yes.
So, but you're suing for the deductible on that one?
Correct.
I've got it. And now the two of you had to rent cars. Can I see proof of the rental?
Yes, I have that also. These are the rentals, and that is the body shop estimate.
But what are you suing for? Are you suing for the deductible or what is it you're suing for?
I was for my $500 deductible, and then for the money that my insurance company did not cover on the rentals because I was forced to get 2 rental cars.
Okay. And what say you to all this?
I mean, I don't have anything else to say other than I'm sorry.
Then you'd like to get out of here?
No, I mean, I want to settle this. I feel terrible, but I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry.
Okay. What is this $1,000 for a lawyer thing?
Well, I had no intention of hiring a lawyer. I just wanted to go to small claims court, present everything I'm presenting today, and be done with it. Then I was served with this big pile of paperwork from an attorney for the insurance company. They wanted disclosure. They wanted a deposition.
That's how insurance works.
Right, but I didn't think all this would be involved with small claims court, so I then went out and retained a lawyer simply to respond back to this lawyer and to be my go-between because it's legal papers. I didn't want to ignore them. So I paid.
Wait, so what you received was a subpoena?
No, I received court papers demanding a deposition.
Okay, let me see the papers you received.
As
Did
well
they
as-
file a case against you, are you saying?
This was
Because court requires a case.
This was
So-
in response to the small claims case. I really did not want to.
Okay, no,
get a
hold on.
lawyer.
So you filed a small claims
Right.
case. He got a lawyer, and you didn't want to be outlawyered, so you got a lawyer and you want him to pay for your lawyer.
I just wanted a lawyer to
that's on
answer
you.
everything.
No, you
Okay.
don't need to do that. You
Okay.
didn't need to do that. Did it look like you needed a lawyer in here?
Kind of. Well, not here,
Well,
but there.
No, there either. And,
Once I got served with the papers, I figured
and
I might
that's
as well.
fine. And he has a lawyer because he's not paying for the lawyer. His insurance company was paying for the lawyer.
But it said if we did lose, we'd had to pay those legal fees.
Yeah, no, you didn't have to pay any
That's
legal
what
fees.
it said there.
Yeah, it says it on there.
Right, you paid legal fees because you chose to have a lawyer. That's lovely.
No, I only got the lawyer because I was served.
You don't need a lawyer when you're served. You could have answered. You could have just answered. All you got to do is file an answer.
I didn't want to lose any more because that says it in the papers.
See, you're confusing a good decision on your part with an obligation on someone else's part to have to pay for your good decision. You see, the only thing I have to call is whether or not they have to pay for it. I think you were right to hire a lawyer. I think everyone within the sound of my voice should always hire a lawyer when they feel scared or intimidated or it's out of their league or whatever. I think that's great. It's just that I have to decide whether this man has to pay for the lawyer.
Okay.
That's it. All right, you got it? So based on that and my calculations, you get your rental costs, you get the other rental costs, you get your deductible, and you get the money that you put into the car between the time that you got it, September 1st, and the time that it was totaled, November 6th, minus your usage that I took out a little bit. I did the math by 35, 36 of your lease, and that comes out to a total of $3,871.37. Verdict for the plaintiff. You, my dear, need to get a lot of summer jobs. Got it? Because it's not her problem. Good luck.
Well, no question, the plaintiff wins in this case. Mr. Garberstead, you must have been horrified that night, scared to death, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was just so terrified in the fact that I wrecked my car and I could have killed myself or my friends.
Tough lesson to learn. Yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing okay, a lot better, and he learned a lesson.
Yeah, tough way to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Good luck. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, you're welcome. Here come the plaintiffs now. I don't think there was any doubt you were going to prevail in this case. Sorry you had to come to court.
So am I.
Okay, I'm sure you are. Everything all right now?
Yeah, I'm very glad that there was nobody hurt. I never intended for anybody to be hurt. Just if you're going to be driving, have proper insurance.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Obvious. Good lesson. Need insurance. Important.
So, Doug, look, real quick, the only way you can get money for lawyers' fees is if it's provided specifically in the contract or if there's a law that specifically gives you that right. Most don't. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.